Hey guys, it's your boy TRIPLUS, and today I just want to provide some analysis on the game that just happened between G2 Esports and GamerLegion. We're going to be looking at a specific round 27 of Inferno, the final map of the series, and going to take a look at why this was probably one of the most crucial rounds that led to G2 Esports losing this game. So, just to go over the situation, A-Core 1650, IM 3350. The money's not great on the side of GamerLegion, and G2 obviously just won this round here. You can see they've been saving a lot here, but eventually win the round, leading to GamerLegion calling a timeout to kind of decide what they want to do. Obviously, with this kind of money, they can choose to kind of run a half buy, but GamerLegion decide to go all in here. A-Core's on a Tech 9, and we'll see how it plays out. So I'm going to run through some of the perspectives here of the players. First of all, we're going to be starting with Hooksy. So the players on G2 decide to run a 3-man setup towards B. So we've got Hooksy up the front, Nico's going to be holding a flash, and Hunter's going to be doing a lot of the util as he's the arch rotator. This is a pretty common setup in tier 1 CS right now. So Hooksy doesn't throw any utility. That's important to keep track of, and he moves straight to the sandbags, plays anti-flash. This is fun. A-Core kills one, and Hooksy dies as well. Alright, cool. Let's move on to Hunter. So Hunter's going to be doing all of the utility in this situation. He's going to throw the deep smoke, Molotov, and this is a timing where he hears a lot of flashes and pulls out a nade, which is also a crucial point to keep track of, so keep track of that one as well. But he pulls out his nade here, gets wrecked by A-Core with the Tech 9. Obviously, he kills Hooksy as well. And the final player we'll look at is Nico. So Nico in this situation is just going to be holding a flash and keeps most of his util as he's a default B player. So he's just going to hold this flash here. So this flash is set up to blind the top car players. And you're going to see here, he actually is a little bit delayed. So there's the first flash. I think at this point, Nico should just throw the flash, but delays it a little bit, aiming at the top of the building, obviously. And you see he tries to help out as well, but a flash does come in. And at this point, he just gets overrun. He's going to throw in a nade, do a little bit of damage, but eventually going to go down here as he swings out a little bit too wide. So let's talk about why this went so wrong for G2. So the first thing we need to keep track of is Hooksy. So Hooksy makes two critical errors in this banana take, in my opinion. So first of all, he should throw this top banana Molotov, and it's really important, and let me tell you why. So this top banana Molotov that lands around here, you can either do the jump throw that lands above the building, or you can just bounce it off this wall here, right? But this Molotov is really important for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that it is an early indication of whether or not the T side is going to be rushing B. If the T side wants to rush B, they're either going to extinguish this Molotov, which obviously makes a sound, or they're going to run through it and take considerable damage, which also makes a sound. So this is an early indication that the T side might be rushing B, and this is what this setup is supposed to counter. So this 3-man setup is set up in a way that you're going to deny an early B rush, but you're also going to be able to take banana as well. So that's why Nico is holding this flash here. So when you hear any information, which you should be hearing from this Molotov, that is an indication for Nico to be throwing this flash for top car, right? Now, Nico actually does get another Q with the first flash that lands here, but it can be 50-50 on whether or not they're actually rushing. And since he only has one flashbang, you don't really want to be wasting it early on. This is the first mistake that Hooksy makes. I think he should 100% be throwing this Molotov as an early indicator of whether or not GamerLegion are rushing B. So Hooksy moved to sandbags here, plays anti-flash, is completely fine. Now, he turns away here. I'm actually not sure why he turns away at this moment, but it causes him to lose out this fight against A-Core. In my opinion, he could have just swung out wide, and he would have actually had a pretty good fight. You can see off this flash, Sui is blind. So Sui was full blind from this flash from Nico. So Hooksy, in my opinion, makes the most critical error here in not throwing this Molotov. But of course, this is probably a set play that G2 have talked about. In my opinion, you should 100% be having this Molotov for this reason. So Hunter doesn't actually make too many mistakes here. He's just going to do the standard utility that he's supposed to be doing. So the deep smoke Molotov. Obviously, he's holding out his HE here, but Hooksy should probably be covering him in this situation, right? So Hunter's going to die. Obviously, there's not much he can really do in this situation. He gets overrun by A-Core. But he's going to go down. Now we're looking at Nico. Now, like I said, he has this flash for top car. Now, obviously, he has only one flash, which is actually a mistake in my opinion. You should have two flashes in this play because you can either flash this twice, so he can throw this flash twice if they're actually rushing, or he can save one of the flashes for car. And he can always pick up his HE later on, right from spawn. Now, again, I think the flash is a little bit too late, but this is also because there is no Molotov at top car. So Nico doesn't do too much wrong here. He gets blinded by his own flash, I think, there. But again, there's not much you can do. And yeah, at this point, Monezi and JKS just have to save. As you can see, they just run away. And I think JKS even dies here at the end. That was the most critical error in G2's play. And obviously, their money is completely destroyed at this point as well. You can see they have absolutely nothing going into this next round, round 28. But if you like this analysis, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment on what you want me to do next. Let me know what you want to see, and peace out.